You've heard it a million times, right? The house always wins. It's like the first rule of gambling. But what if I told you that's not exactly true? What if there was a mathematical strategy that completely flips that rule on its head? A way to place a bet where you literally can't lose.
I know, it sounds a bit ridiculous, doesn't it? A guaranteed winning bet, is that even a thing? Well, yeah. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how it's not just possible, but how people are doing this day in and day out. So yeah, welcome to the world of the so-called impossible sure bet. We're about to dive into a strategy that treats sports betting less like a game of chance and more like a form of financial investment. One where you can actually lock in your profit before the match even kicks off. And this is really the key. It's a total mindset shift. On one hand, you've got your traditional gambling, right? It's all about luck, gut feelings, and, accepting that you might lose your money. But on the other hand, you have this cold, calculated, mathematical approach. It's got nothing to do with predicting who's going to win. It's all about exploiting tiny little inefficiencies in the market for a guaranteed return. And this strategy has a name. It's called arbitrage betting, or as most people call it, arbing. And the definition you see here is absolutely crucial. You're placing bets on every single possible outcome of an event. But, and this is the important bit, you do it across different bookmakers. When you do that, the result is a locked-in profit, no matter who wins. It's pure math, not a lucky guess.
Okay, so how on earth does this actually work? Is it some kind of magic trick? Nope. The mechanics are actually surprisingly simple. It all comes down to exploiting one fundamental weakness in the betting market. See, the whole thing works because of one simple fact. Bookmakers are all competing with each other. They all set their own odds to try and get your business, and, well, because they have different opinions or they're just slow to react, those odds don't always match up. And that's it. That creates a small, temporary window of opportunity for us.
And this is where the real gold is. You've got two types of bookies. First, you have your soft bookmakers. Think of the big high street names. They're aimed at casual bettors, and honestly, they can be a bit slow to update their odds. Then you've got sharp bookmakers like Pinnacle. These guys operate on razor-thin margins, and they actually welcome professional bettors. The absolute best arbing opportunities pop up when you can play a slow, soft bookie against a super efficient, sharp one.
All right, enough theory. Let's get practical. Let's walk through a real-world example and see how this actually turns into real money in your pocket.
So for this example, we're going to start with a total stake of 100 quid. That's our total investment for this one event, spread across a couple of different bets. Okay, picture this, a simple tennis match. Over at William Hill, our soft bookie, they're offering odds of 220 for player A to win. But at the exact same time, over at Pinnacle, our sharp bookie, they're offering the same odds, 220, but for player B to win. Do you see it? That disagreement? That's our golden ticket. So here's what we do. We take our 100 quid and we split it perfectly. 50 pounds goes on player A to win at William Hill, and the other 50 pounds goes on player B to win over at Pinnacle. Just like that, you've covered every possible outcome. You literally cannot lose. Now, let's play this out. Let's say player A wins. Okay, your 50 quid bet at William Hill pays out 110 pounds. You've already got your entire 100-pound stake back, plus a tenner profit. But what happens if player B wins instead? No worries at all. Your 50-pound bet at Pinnacle comes in, and what do you know? It also returns exactly 110 pounds. It's the same payout. The result of the actual tennis match doesn't even matter anymore. And there you have it. You put in 100 pounds, you got back 110. Guaranteed. That's a 10-pound profit, completely risk-free. Now I know, 10 quid might not sound like life-changing money, but imagine doing this again and again. These little opportunities pop up constantly, and trust me, those small guaranteed profits, they add up really, really fast. Okay, this all leads to the big question, right? These opportunities must vanish in a flash. So, how on earth do you even find them in the first place? And you'd be right, they are incredibly fleeting. Odds can change in seconds. I mean, trying to manually check hundreds of bookie websites for thousands of events, it's just impossible. You would miss every single opportunity before you even knew it existed. This is where you need technology on your side. I love this quote, because it's so true. Arbitrage betting finders or scanners are your essential tool. They're basically treasure maps that are constantly scanning the entire market and just pointing you straight to the profit. So how do they work?
Well, these scanners are just constantly scraping millions of odds combinations every single second. The really good ones give you real-time odds. They cover a massive range of both soft and sharp bookies. They'll ping your phone with alerts so you never miss out. And they even have built-in calculators that tell you exactly how much to stake on each side. It's the whole package.
Right. We need to be honest here. This probably sounds a little too good to be true, and there is one pretty big catch we have to talk about. The soft bookmakers, they really don't like people doing this. And if they figure out what you're up to, they'll limit your account or even ban you completely. So the name of the game is to blend in. Think of it like camouflage. First off, always round your stakes. A bet for, say, £47 and 82 pence just screams I'm using a calculator. A nice round 50 quid looks totally normal. Second, you gotta place what people call mug bets, just regular bets on big events like a major Premier League match. Checking in a few small accumulators and not withdrawing your cash after every single win also helps you look just like a regular, casual punter, not a pro.
So there you go. You've seen the potential and you get the rules of the game. If this has got you thinking, here are the exact first steps you can take to get started, like today.
First things first, do some research on arbitrage scanners. A lot of them have free trials, which is great for just seeing how they work. Second, get some accounts open with a bunch of different bookmakers. You really need a good mix of the soft and sharp ones to find the best arbs. And finally, and this is probably the most important tip, start small. Use a manageable bankroll while you practice, just until the whole process feels like second nature.
So now you know the secret. You've seen how to take luck completely out of the equation and turn betting into a pure mathematical strategy. The only question left is the one you see right here. Is this just a clever side hustle, or could it be the smartest investment in sports? Well, that's for you to decide.